Hello fellow collectors and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the three newest entries in the Ultra Monster series for Ultraman Z. We have number 132 M1, number 133 Ultroid 0, and number 144 Destrudos. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. But yeah, these guys are pretty neat. We'll start over here with M1. I don't know, he's just a goofy little monkey man. If you saw the episode he appeared in, he's like a synthetic life form. I think they made him in a lab. So, he looks like a caveman. He's got a little tail. I love his giant arms. I don't know why. Overall, I think he's goofy fun, but I like his design. I don't know why. He just looks fun. He's got a waist swivel here, and then you get full arm rotation, so pretty much par for the course for vinyls. But yeah, he's kind of goofy looking, but I kind of love him, so he's a good boy. Next, we'll move on to Ultroid 0, probably my favorite of the three. I really like this design. I think this is really, really cool. I kind of really hope he gets an Ultra action figure, because they could give him a little bit more in the paint apps department. He looks pretty good. Honestly, the front, I think they did a pretty good job painting him. Obviously, nothing on the back, which is, again, pretty standard for vinyl figures. And then he's got full rotation in the arms and a waist swivel as well, same as M1. But it's a really cool design. I really like this design. And I think they did a pretty good job with the paint applications on this. But of course, it could always use more. So yeah, hopefully, probably won't, but I would love him to get an Ultra action figure down the line. It'd be very, very cool. And now, spoiler warning, if you haven't seen, the end of Zet yet, spoilers, that turns into this. The villain, whose name escapes me at the moment, has taken control of Yoko and then sends all of the monster energy into Ultroid 0, and it kind of mutates and erupts. That's why you can kind of see the mask hanging off. The head of Ultroid 0 is kind of hanging off this horn. He's got like a Red King tendril over here, and then he's got this spike. And I don't know, something about this just seems a little off with the paint job. I don't know what it is, and I'd have to go back and watch the show to see what his color scheme actually is. I think they did a nice job. Like, you can see there's kind of a black wash going on here, and the eyes are nicely painted, and the mask. Like, the paint job they gave it is nice. I just feel like it's not correct. I feel like he didn't have this much gray up top, and maybe I'm just completely misremembering it. But I thought he was more like this purple color scheme all over, and maybe they thought if they did this in purple, you'd lose the detailing. I don't really know. It's all speculation on my part. But he still looks pretty cool. The only thing is he has this arm movement that can go to about here, and then it gets stuck, and then go here, and then it hits the back of his thighs, and that's it. He doesn't, it looks like there's a seam here in the center, that you should be able to turn, but you can't. And then it looks like there's another seam here in his tail, but you can't spin that either. So I'm assuming that's just how they assembled it. So yeah, he's got this arm flapping 90 degrees, and that's about it. So he looks cool. I just feel like the color scheme isn't accurate, but again, could just be misremembering that. I think the detailing and the paint applications they did give it look very good. It's just not 100% what I remember, if that makes sense. So, I don't know. The nice thing about these vinyls is they are all about $5 before shipping, so very affordable, very easy to collect. They're all normal retail releases, so if you'd like to pick these up, I got mine from HLJ. Probably you could find them anywhere you would buy Ultra vinyls, I would think, should have these. They are relatively new. M1's a little bit older, but these two are pretty new. So I think they're fun. I like collecting the vinyls, again, because they're cheap and they're just really fun. Plus, it's characters you don't really usually get other representations of. I don't think you're going to get an M1 Ultra action figure. I'd buy it. I would, but I don't think it's going to happen. Really would love to see an Ultra action figure for Ultroid 0, though, and I think there's a chance. I think that could happen. I mean, because he doesn't have, the way I look at Ultraman, Ultra action figures, they all have the basically same body type, just painted differently. And I think because he's a robot, he would kind of be molded differently. So maybe that's not going to happen. But they are doing one for Juggler, and he would have a different body type. So who knows? Maybe it's not impossible. Only time will tell. Fingers crossed. But yeah, I would love to see an Ultra action figure for him. I'm honestly kind of surprised he didn't get a DX. And maybe he will eventually, and that one will be painted a little bit more accurately. I'm kind of glad he didn't, in a way, because I don't usually buy the DX ones just because they're too big, and they're like $20 a piece, which isn't ridiculously expensive, but you know, you start buying a couple of those and it adds up pretty quick. And I just run out of room. They don't fit on a shelf very nice because they always have gigantic tails that are so long and they just take up so much space. I just kind of gave up on buying the DX vinyls. But so in a way, I'm kind of glad he got a smaller one so I can have a representation of him. But I feel like for people who do buy DX ones, they should eventually make a DX one because he deserves it. So time will tell on that one as well. We'll see how it goes. But real quick, I wanted to show off the tags just in case anyone's interested. Here is the M1 tag, and there's nothing inside. I don't even know why they bothered to make them into little books. I feel like you could just do one piece of cardboard printed on both sides. Here is the Ultroid 0 tag, and then here is the Destrudos tag. Hopefully, again, I'm saying that correctly. So, yeah, that's going to do it for these. I definitely recommend them. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think they are relatively cheap. So, not going to break the bank on that, which I appreciate. I think they're fun. Like I said, I always like adding a few more Ultra Vinyls to the mix, to the collection, just because they display well. You know, they don't have a ton of articulation, but they don't need to, especially if you're just going to display them. I think they do what they need to do. They're always usually very detailed and pretty well painted for what you pay. So, I like Ultra Vinyls. I like these three. Definitely recommend them. But why don't you guys let me know what you think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, thanks so much for watching.